Hey folks, welcome into Stephen A. On Air. Today we're checking out Ilhan Omar from Minnesota and her husband Tim Mynett, her new husband Tim Mynett, as of 2022. We're going to get into that and kind of break it down a little bit as to how this marriage occurred, what happened prior to that, and these two investment firms that Tim Mynett is linked to. One being Rose Lake Capital, the second being E Street Group. While he was at E Street Group, he established this relationship with Representative Ilhan Omar, and they were both married at the time. And she was paying him a lot of money. And even the estranged wife of Tim Mynett thinks that the $70,000 that was paid to him for travel expenses for his work through E Street Group for Ilhan Omar during her campaign, that money wasn't for travel expenses for the job. She thinks that it was travel expenses for Tim Mynett to go see Representative Ilhan Omar in their romantic relationship. So, without further ado, we're going to get into it and break it down and explain these two separate companies. All right. So, the company is Rose Lake Capital. The founder and owner is Tim Mynett, which is Ilhan Omar's husband. It's described as a venture capital management firm. It was founded in 2022. And it says, reported value. According to recent financial disclosures, the firm's value rapidly increased from nearly nothing in 2023 to an estimated $5 million to $25 million by 2024. That's a large window, though. Part of a broader reported rise in the couple's net worth up to about $30 million. And that was reported by AOL.com. So in late 2025, Rose Lake Capital reportedly removed key leadership details from its website, which I think this has happened over in the past couple days, including names and biographies of its officers and advisors from its official website. And here is the news article on it by Bazinga Premium Services. Let's see. Ilhan Omar's husband, Tim Mynett, scrubs $30 million firm's website amid welfare fraud questions. That was December 28th, 2025 at 2:20 p.m. is when this was published. And of course it wants me to pay for a paywall. Of course it does. So let's try to find something else here. All right. So the wealth increase was a big deal. In late 2025, they removed key leadership details. Okay, they removed names allegedly included in high-profile individuals such as former Obama administration ambassador, former U.S. Senator and Obama ambassador to China, and former DNC treasurer, as well as other Democratic Party figures and finance associates. The specific reasons for these deletions have not been publicly confirmed by the firm, outside of media reports stating that they occurred amid growing scrutiny. So I just wanted to go over a couple things here. So I wanted to start with Rose Lake Capital. So this is zoominfo.com, and I believe this is the only Rose Lake Capital that I can find. And Tim Mynett is listed as the president and co-founder right here under key employees of Rose Lake Capital. The address is 80 M Street Southeast, FI1, Washington, District of Columbia, United States. And it has 1 to 10 employees making $25 million a year. Let's see. Justin Pratt is his partner. Tim Mynett is listed as the president and co-founder. Sheila Healy is the past employee. She's a former employee, and she is now the national communications director for Our Future, conveniently. So there's that. Let's see here. I tried to find some actual profit and financial information, but I wasn't able to get anything without going by a paywall. All right, so this is Tim Mynett's LinkedIn page. Committed to doing good in the world. Washington, District of Columbia, U.S. Rose Lake Capital's listed right here. Let's see. Tim Mynett is an entrepreneur, business owner, and longtime consultant to some of the most innovative political campaigns of the past 15 years. Throughout his career, he has raised over $100 million for a wide array of organizations and candidates and has fought hard to leverage those resources to bring about substantial change to the corridors of power. A northern New Jersey native, Tim is an alumni of SUNY at Albany and the University of KwaZulu-Natal in Durban, South Africa. President and co-founder of Rose Lake Capital full-time as of June of 2022 in the District of Columbia, Washington, United States. Let's see. Former members of Congress and ambassadors, thought leaders, and financial experts. Skilled operators bringing the right people together to drive results. A multinational holding company committed to doing good in the world. A multinational hold company, but they have no customers. They have one customer. So now the second business that I found that he's linked to is called E Street Group. He's a partner there, which is also a national political consultant and strategic partner for political campaigns and nonprofit organizations and progressive causes. Let's see. E Street Group. The E Street Group is a left-of-center political consulting firm which focuses on communications and data-driven campaigns for progressive candidates. The E Street Group was relatively obscure until one of its partners, Tim Mynett, became involved in a public divorce scandal involving an alleged affair with U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar. Very little can be found on public record about the E Street Group. As of February 2020, the organization's Facebook page consisted of a single text post from April 4th, 2019, and notations of changes to the group's address and logo. The company's website consisted of a single landing page, and the company is only accepting new clients by referral. That page, I believe, is this one. So this is Rose Lake Capital, exclusive partnerships for global operators. This is the only Rose Lake Capital that I can find. And it looks to me like this may possibly be it, because in more than 80 countries working across business, politics, banking, and diplomacy. So I would be comfortable to say that this is his company. Considering there's the LinkedIn logo right there at the bottom left, but then when you click on it, it doesn't exist. The LinkedIn page isn't available, so he must have deleted it. So yeah, so that's the E Street Group. The E Street Group first drew... Oh, wait, no, I missed a part. Okay. In addition to Omar, Federal Election Commission records show that the campaigns of Representative Deborah Haaland, Representative Veronica Escobar, Democrat from Texas, and Representative Earl Blumenauer, Democrat from Oregon, and the Democratic National Committee have paid E Street Group for various services. Imagine that. The E Street Group first drew national attention when Tim Mynett, one of the firm partners, was accused by his wife in official divorce proceedings of having an affair with married Rep. Ilhan Omar, one of the E Street Group's clients. In August 2019, Mynett's wife alleged that Tim has claimed that his business, the E Street Group, is floundering and that he is nearly broke. So I take that back about the Rose Lake business. It was the E Street Group, which he was a part of when he started messing around with Ilhan Omar while they were both still married. Allegedly. So E Street Group is the company that it was, which in turn makes sense why he left in 2022. He was there from July of 2018 to November of 2022, and that's when he left. So the E Street Group has been heavily involved with Omar's campaign. Imagine that, right? As of August 2019, the E Street Group had received over $230,000 from the Omar campaign, most of which was exchanged after Omar had already won her hotly contested primary. Makes you wonder a little bit if there's some fraud going on there maybe, huh? He got most of it after she had already won. Group received more money from the Omar campaign than any other the E Street Group received more money from the Omar campaign than any other organization aside from the Minnesota Democratic Party, accounting for 10% of all campaign spending between September and December of 2018. As of August 2019, the Omar campaign had spent $160,000 at E Street services, nearly $1 in every $3 spent by her campaign, excluding taxes and transfers to the Democratic Party. In August 2019, the Conservative National Legal and Policy Center filed a FEC complaint against Omar. The complaint alleges that the money paid to E Street went to fund Mynett's personal travel expenses related to their affair, rather than to political consulting services, which would constitute a violation of FEC rules. Between April 22 and June 11, the Omar campaign transferred 14 payments totaling $70,000 to the E Street Group. 6 of the payments totaling $12,673.43 were labeled simply as travel expenses, which must be itemized according to FEC policy. Mynett's estranged wife has questioned whether the payments made for travel to E Street Group were used for private travel rather than legitimate campaign work. Thus far, the firm has categorically denied all allegations of improper uses of funds paid to it by the Omar campaign. Imagine that. They released a statement which declared that the company had raised more than $2.3 million on behalf of Omar's re-election campaign in the first 8 months of 2019. So, that is the backstory as to the E Street Group, and that is thanks to influencewatch.org. That's where I found this article, which was a eloquently written article, I would say. It doesn't tell me who it was written by. But yeah, so there's that. I just wanted to share that with you guys, to see what else there was. So, key points to understand about Rose Lake. The company still exists and is publicly acknowledged in financial disclosures. The website was changed to remove names/titles, but there's no official statement explaining why. So the controversy comes not from evidence of a crime against Rose Lake Capital itself, but from public scrutiny and political commentary. So I just wanted to go over that with you guys, and see what your guys' take was on it. This dude is definitely in bed with all these people. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's in bed with them. So that's where that relationship formed from. That's where everything started. You know, she was still married, and she was giving him lots of money. And then it turned into a relationship, and she was giving him lots of money after that. But let's just say the lots of money before the relationship wasn't really a thing until after the relationship. She spent a lot of money after she had already won the campaign. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. This is a new channel. I'm just starting out, so we're going to be doing a lot more videos like this, investigative journalism, news coverage, current event coverage, live court events, court hearings, high-profile trials, as well as just law and crime in general. So if you like what you hear, hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to come back.